What's up, YouTube? This is Mathos97, and welcome back to another episode of Smackdown vs. Raw 2008 General Manager mode. And we're here with the SummerSlam pay-per-view, and this will be our turning point. We're going to try and turn things around here after this pay-per-view. We've been in the hole for a long time, but I think it's finally about time that we got to where we need to be, at the top of the food chains. And here you can see the shows collide for the SummerSlam pay-per-view. It is a cross-branded pay-per-view. And they failed to address ECW there. All I saw was Raw and SmackDown. This is an outrage. They're already no-selling us. Well, by the end of this pay-per-view, I think we're going to come out on top. We've got to put on the best show possible. And we got to show these clowns how to run a show. So, anyway, there's the Power 25. And, let's see. We've got the number 3 spot, so that's pretty cool. Mark Henry. Wow, Mark Henry. He was number 1. He's not even on the... What the heck happened? He was number 1, but he just somehow fell off the Power 25 completely. Anyway, we're in New York here for the pay-per-view. And here you can see the match card, just in case you missed it on the last episode. But we're going to save my match for last. Who are we using for ECW? What's the ECW match? Well, how about an ECW Championship Last Man Standing match between the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, and John Cena, the ECW champion. Yep, that's right. We're going to go ahead and showcase this match, and we're going to see how things go down. So Crime Time wins the World Tag Team titles. They defeat Stone Cold and Roddy Piper. That match, them win. Yeah, that's what happens. Umaga defeats Roddy Piper for the WWE Championship, and Rick Rude is your new United States champion. He defeats The Rock. And so, anyway, let's go into this one. Last Man Standing, ECW Championship on the line, HBK versus John Cena, and I had planned on showing you guys the entrances with audio when I recorded this, but, oh god, we're being Cena. But anyway, like I was saying, I was gonna show you the entrances with audio, but with the whole YouTube copyright thing going around, I decided to cut the audio, so I'll just be talking over them, but I will show the entrances, because there's a really cool part in Shawn Michaels here. So let's see the Heartbreak Kid coming down to the ring. He is the challenger from San Antonio, Texas, weighing whatever pounds, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. So anyway, as you can see, here is the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. Here at the SummerSlam arena, this thing is looking fantastic. I think SummerSlam 2006 was the first one that I ever saw. I saw it live with a friend of mine, because it was... that was like the first pay-per-view I ever saw live, but as you can see, watch this. Boom! Yeah, look at that stage. Look at the pyro. That is awesome. That's something, that's something you don't see in a new WWE game, which would be kind of cool if they brought it back, but, like, if they did something like that, but it's just a really nice touch. Even though it's back in, Smackdown vs. Raw 2008, it still had a really nice touch of realism there, where it did the pyro over the stage design. I thought that was pretty cool. It was a nice touch. It's a little sad that something like that wouldn't be in WWE 2K14, but the way their new stage designs are set up, they don't do that too often. The last time I can remember they did a pyro, something like that, would be at WrestleMania 29. The one in particular I remember would be Brock Lesnar's, where the fireworks went off around the outside of the arena, and that would kind of be a lot to do in a game, I'd imagine. I don't make video games, so I wouldn't know, but one thing I don't like is when people who say, making video games, oh, THQ or 2K should add in this feature, or I could make a better video game, when in reality they have no idea how to make better, they have no idea how to make video games. So, and then they go in and criticize certain things like, oh, you should be allowed to have a Survivor Series 10-man tag or whatever. And that's something I'd like to see with the new consoles. I don't know if it's possible. I'm sure it could be with the step up in, technology and stuff like that. But I don't know. Just people who criticize for, even though they have no idea how to make a better game or how to make a video game in general, but then they're going to go and criticize people who do it for a living. I don't know. I don't understand it. But introducing the champion, or he is the ECW champion from West Newbury, Massachusetts, John Cena. Yeah, not a great announcer. I wasn't really prepared to do the announcing, but I did it anyway, so hopefully I did an okay job. Anyway, So we're going to get into our ECW Championship main event. The Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels versus John Cena. And normally, you know, in normal episodes, I would show 2 matches. I think in, like, other pay-per-views, I would play, I don't know, would I play all of them? Or maybe 3 or something? I'm not exactly sure how I'll do other pay-per-views, but since we only have 1 match, this is the only thing I can show. Excuse me. This is the only thing I can show. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and play as John Cena, but I'm going to try and make this as fair as possible. I'm not going to, you know, I don't know. Whatever happens, happens. If Cena wins, Cena wins. If Shawn Michaels wins, then Shawn Michaels wins. So we'll just have to see how things play out. But John Cena stomping away at the knee of Shawn Michaels. Michaels now back up onto his feet here. And the Heartbreak Kid, he's been in this feud with John Cena for weeks, and it's finally going to come to a head here at SummerSlam for the ECW Championship as both superstars countering each other in a lockup. There was a knee from Michaels and now a punch to the face by Cena, another knee from Michaels, another punch from Cena, and another knee from HBK as he gets out of the lockup there, but a nice shoulder block from John Cena. And he can't possibly be trying to go for the 5 moves of doom already, then he's got no more moves left to use. But anyway, Shawn Michaels, nice block there by Cena with the elbow. And Michaels, there's an elbow right to the knee there as he caught the kick of John Cena. And now HBK has got Cena up on his shoulders here. Cena counters and a DDT to the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. As now Michaels kicking away at John Cena, trying to get him off of him, and he does. As now Michaels, bit of a stalemate here so far, as now a knee left from Michaels. And here's John Cena, punch to the face of Shawn Michaels. And now Cena kicking away at that leg of Shawn Michaels. And John Cena now going to the outside here. Maybe he's going to look for a weapon. Under the ring, he's got a steel chair, and this is no disqualification. No countouts, no pinfall or submission. No pinfall or submission. The only way to win is to incapacitate your opponent until they cannot reach a 10 count, reach their feet by a 10 count. As now Cena was going for the chair shot, but Michaels takes him down with a clothesline. And now a big punch there, like a bit of a standing 5-knuckle shuffle from John Cena. Now there's a went for the chair shot, but Michaels blocked it. He caught the chair, and now Michaels drops the chair. Now Cena, big shot to the head of Michaels. And Shawn Michaels has been busted open here, I think. I think he's been busted open. Yep, Shawn Michaels. He's now bleeding here as John Cena's got the chair, wedging it into the corner. And Michaels knocked Cena head first into the steel chair. That was a bit of a weird thing there. But anyway, Shawn Michaels now looking to capitalize as Cena could be out of it after getting his head slammed into that chair. And now Shawn Michaels spinning him around there. And Cena, he's dizzy here. He can barely stand. He's trying to regain his balance. Michaels, with blood coming out of his head there, also was a little bit off balance. But now Cena trying to fight back here, but Michaels takes him down at the knee with a nice leg sweep. And once again, Michaels grabbing his head as that busted open cut now. Michaels is a little bit off balance, trying to regain himself here as he's got Cena up on his shoulders. A nice elbow from Cena and a DDT right back to the head of Shawn Michaels. And now Cena, nice counter from Michaels as Cena Irish whip sends Shawn Michaels into the corner. And now John Cena countered from Michaels. And now Michaels chopped to the chest of John Cena. And now Michaels now going back to the knee of John Cena. As both superstars been going after the leg, and that's something you'd like to be able to do. In John Cena's case, he's trying to neutralize the speed of Shawn Michaels, whereas Michaels, he's trying to take out the power game of John Cena by going after the knee and the leg to try and soften it up so Cena maybe couldn't go for the attitude adjustment or just any other basic sort of power move. As now Michaels puts him down there, as I think his back might have given out there. As Cena trying to fight back. Michaels now, arm breaker there, just trying to go after every part of Cena. And Michaels once again off balance here because of the cut at his forehead, that blood. He's got to be careful, it might start going down into his eyes, and that would not be good. As Michaels once again back to the knee of John Cena here. And now sends him over the top rope. But Cena gets back into the ring. And now Cena, he's got Michaels over the top. And he brings him right back in here. As John Cena now leg drop to the face. And right into a second leg drop. As Cena now goes back to the outside. And he's got the steel steps here. And Cena showcasing his power, picking up those steel steps. And a shot from those definitely would not do Shawn Michaels any better than what he is right now. And a big steel, big steel steps. Big shot with the steel steps to Michaels. But Michaels manages to avoid what I think was going to be the STF there, as Shawn Michaels takes him down there with a drop toe hold, as now he's got Cena back onto his feet. And now into the headlock, as Cena trying to fight back here, trying to get out of this. But Michaels side rush and leg sweep. And once again, his head, he's off balance again, as Michaels got to try and regain his equilibrium here. But John Cena now working the arm of Michaels with an elbow to the shoulder there, or maybe the elbow to the back of the elbow of Michaels, I'm not sure. But Cena ducked the chop, and now Michaels counters with an elbow to the back there, as Michaels has Cena up against the ropes. And now Michaels takes him over the top to the outside, as Michaels now going to the outside here. John Cena throws HBK right back into the ring, and an elbow to the face, as Michaels was dangling over the apron there. And Cena to the top rope here. Elbow drop, but no, Shawn Michaels managed to roll out of the way, and John Cena landing on his arm. And that could come to hinder him possibly with try to take away more of his power, not so much out of the STF. He wouldn't be able to lock in the submission hold as we've seen in the past with one arm. It's very difficult to lock in his submission hold, the STF, or I guess in this game the STFU, with only one arm. He can't get full power. But a DDT back to the busted open face of Shawn Michaels. And John Cena now, he's got HBK. But HBK now counters, trying to get back in control. But Cena counters now, as you can see, now the blood is just all over the face of Shawn Michaels. And John Cena back suplex there to the Heartbreak Kid. And Cena once again in control of this one, as he's got HBK up on his feet here. Sends him into the turnbuckle, but Michaels, nice counter there with the elbows to the side of the head. But he misses there. I don't know what he was going for. But now John Cena's got Michaels into the turnbuckle. And an elbow there to the face. But HBK once again counters. Back to his feet now, as Cena Irish whip sending Shawn Michaels into the other turnbuckle opposite. But now a big boot there from Michaels to counter. And now the punches to the back. Drops John Cena. And now John Cena sends Michaels back into the corner. And he's positioning him here on the top rope. John Cena, oh, he's not thinking superplex here. He is superplex off the top rope. And that may be enough to put away Shawn Michaels here. As John Cena now going to the outside. And it looks like he's going after that announce table, taking off the cover of the announce table. HBK back up onto his feet. And now John Cena just sort of goading HBK to get out here. Is taunting to Shawn Michaels there. And back-to-back counters from HBK, as Michaels trying to buy himself some time to recover, getting back into the ring here. And now big crossbody just barely misses there, as John Cena managed to sidestep the crossbody at the very last second. Now he could be measuring Michaels for a DDT onto the outside, and that would not be good for Shawn Michaels. And a DDT onto the floor there, as that's concrete covered by that thin mat that offers little protection. And there's an elbow drop off the announce table by Cena. And now John Cena looks like he's going back for the STF, but once again, HBK counters and fights him off. Is HBK just managing to stay alive in this one. And now a little bit of vintage HBK here, but Cena with a taunt of his own, as now both superstars just playing mind games here. As HBK dive to the outside, as Cena was climbing up onto the apron there, and both superstars are down now. HBK the first to make it back to his feet, soon followed by John Cena. And now HBK could be looking to gain control in this one. Michaels sends him into the barricade there. As now people were holding up crowd signs, just kind of blocking our view, but a big shot with the belt there. I don't know why the World Heavyweight Championship is there. That should be the ECW title. But a big shot with the title belt there from John Cena. And that's sort of a bit of a minor detail that the older games didn't always have, where it wasn't always the correct championship. Whereas in the newer games, for the most part, they get the championships right whenever you're playing a match. And now John Cena, there's a bit of an forward, I don't know what to call that, like a bit of a reverse suplex there through the announce table. And now he's just looking to make HBK pass out here with the STF, and he may have just done it. HBK looks like he's unconscious here, and the referee beginning his count. 3, 4, 5, and now John Cena going out to the crowd, and you can see everyone just stepping away from John Cena. This crowd does not like Cena. Maybe that's what it is. 9 count. And 10, John Cena defeats HBK, and this crowd probably isn't going to be too happy. But John Cena retains his ECW Championship against Shawn Michaels here in this last man standing matches. Both superstars were taking it to each other. Michaels, in the end, suffered the most physical abuse as he got put through the announce table, took a superplex off the top rope, and eventually, after he got busted open, the blood pouring out of his forehead, and then just amplified with the STF. Michaels passed out. He had lost too much blood, and he magically moved over to the other side, and the announce table's magically fixed. Wow, that was quick work there from maybe the broadcasters. I don't know. As you can see, there was JBL, Michael Cole. But John Cena retains the ECW Championship here tonight in the main event of SummerSlam. Big victory for Cena. Finally overcomes Shawn Michaels there. As we'll have to see how that match is going to do for us in the ratings, is that I'd have to say that's a 5-star match. I think that's deserving of 5 stars. At least from this game anyway. In a normal match, maybe about a 4.5, but I think as far as the game goes, it'd be about 5 stars. Oh, and it looks like our fan change. We're going up a bit. The two general managers booked the best matches they could, and the WWE Superstars gave it their all. If this cross-branded pay-per-view is any indication of how the rest of the year will go, then it looks like Raw has a bit more than Tank. You can be sure the next time these two titans meet. 3! There are 3! ECW! Why are they no-selling ECW? Let's just check this out here. As Raw's matches and SmackDown, not looking too good. We had a 4-star from the main event of SmackDown and Raw. Yeah, we got a 5-star. Yeah, so it looks like we did the best. Our show rating was a 5-star. And I guess they're not counting ECW for that little battle for supremacy there. Oh, and look at that. There's that purple bar. It's just above Raw and SmackDown, but it'll probably drop back down by the end of the week. But we won the pay-per-view. I think that's a personal victory for us. And the turning point has passed, so we'll have to see. Will ECW live up to the hype, and will we be able to turn this show around? But anyway, I want to thank you all for watching. Keep on YouTubing.